in Lusaka. That's a American. He came over to visit Zambia. That's a DC-3, one of the airlines that fly in and around Zambia. This is the airport terminal at Lusaka, which is the capital of Zambia. And this is the bus that took us from the airport to downtown Lusaka to the Ridgeway Hotel. We're on the bus going into town, and these are cattle being herded off to the side of the road. These flowers are on the main highway going into town, beautiful red flowers. This is a fuzzy picture. It's the University of Zambia in Lusaka. And those are the dormitories at the university for the students. Okay, this is Mildred at the entrance to the Ridgeway Hotel in Lusaka. We stayed there, I think, for a day before flying up to Kasama to see Russell. That's Mildred on the walk at the hotel, and it's a lagoon lake, and it's very pretty there. That's Mildred there. We went for a walk in Lusaka, came by these flowers here on this bush, really beautiful, beautiful flowers, and there's Mildred posing. We're now taking off from the airport, heading for Kasama. That's not a very good picture. Here we are at the airport in Kasama. That's Mildred. We're waiting for somebody to pick us up, either Patrick or Russell. This is the airport building again. There's Mildred back there. You can see her. We're still waiting. We're in the car now. We're heading from the airport to the university, and this is Red Road. Okay, you can see that Patrick Joan picked us up, and we're all sitting in the front seat. Patrick's driving, there's Mildred, and I'm taking pictures. This is a sign on the side of the road telling us welcome to Kasama. It's a bit blurred, that picture. Okay, here's Mildred beside the sign. It says welcome to Kasama, and there's Mildred, and there's a car coming the other direction. Okay, Patrick stopped the car, and this is the entrance to the institute, and we're ready to go inside. This is a sign around by the university or institute, giving the names of the people who helped build it, and there's Mildred posing. Okay, this is a typical home that the teachers have while they're at the school teaching. This is inside Russell's house. Him and Patrick and David Musessa live. Mildred's up at the kitchen. I have my back to the front window, and this picture's slightly blurred. Okay, here I am up where the kitchen table is, looking down towards the window and the dining room or sitting room back down there. This is the back of their house, I guess you'd call it. You can see there's their motorbikes, and then over here is the dining room, and that's where, from the previous picture, we were looking at from the inside, looking out. This is Patrick and Joan there in the white shirt, and I can't make out, but I think there are three other teachers. I don't know who they are. Patrick might recognize or remember, I don't know. There they are again. Patrick's handing something over. You notice that you only use your right hand at the table. This is looking down at the back of Russell and Patrick's house that they lived in, and you can see there's the car. I guess we're putting some oil in it or something. This is outside the house. If you look closely, that's Mildred's beer. It was too cold, so she put it outside to warm up a bit. That is a lizard. They crawl around everywhere, eating bugs. It's on the side of the wall there, near the ceiling. Okay, this is Mildred and Henderson. Mildred's the white guy. And Henderson was the busboy or houseboy for Patrick and Russell. This is a picture taken at the London Zoo. You can't see it very well, but that's a mamba snake. There are all kinds of them around Zambia where Russell lived. This is another view of their house. They're still working on that car, it looks like. And if we bring it in, you can see it a bit better. There's another picture of the house. I'll bring it in. Very, very comfortable homes. Now this is a picture of their garden. You can see it here in the front. And in the middle of the picture at the back, you'll see a tree there with red leaves on it. I'll try and bring it in for you. That's over the next street. We'll show more pictures of that. This is their garden. Of course, it's not planting time. You'll notice that there's not even weeds growing there. Nothing. Here we are again. There's the car we used to drive around in. Patrick borrowed it from a friend of his in town. There's these walls of the house. Now these are teachers' homes, and these are children of one of the teachers that live in these homes here. Okay, this is a picture of Patrick and Russell and Mildred. Patrick and Russell are on their way to school, and they're leaving us now. It's early in the morning. This is a picture of David Musesa eating, and that looks like Nshima and Kapenta. And he only uses the right hand, as you'll notice. Here's David, Patrick, there's Russell, and there's Mildred. Mildred's eating cherry pie or something. The other guys are eating Nshima and Kapenta. This is the one of the school rooms. That's an entrance to the school room. I'll show you some more in a minute. These are the student dormitories. New buildings, brand new, very nice. Okay, this is the school. One of the, I guess that's the headquarters. I'll bring it in. You'll see the name above it. And that's the flagpole. And these are classrooms on either side. This is a tree. A lot of these trees, I think they're jacarandas. The picture didn't show the real ripe purple flower on it, but I think that's what they are. Okay, here they are at the school. There's Russell, and there's David, and there's Mildred. Waiting for school to start, I guess. There's Mildred. We're out for a walk. That's another picture of the school dormitories. This is Russell's classroom. You'll notice that the blackboard is nothing but black paint on the wall, and that's what they use for the blackboard. Okay, there's another jacaranda. Okay, there's a picture of Patrick. He's off to school. This is Russell. He's off to school with his new boots we brought him. There they are going to school up that road. And there they are, they're gone. It's a poor picture. It's a picture in the classroom. You can see just barely the painted wall there, which is a blackboard. More pictures of the school dormitories. Beautiful buildings. Now this is inside. This is the dining room inside the students' dormitories. All modern, first-class equipment there. That's another picture of the dining room. Kind of dark. Okay, this is again the teachers' building and the classrooms, and I think that over there is the administration office in there. Okay, this is Mildred in one of the classrooms. You'll notice the old-fashioned light there at the top. That's about all the lighting they have. Now, the next picture is you'll see it just with the light. And there's the light, and of course you can't see much else. Okay, we're up on top of the hill now, looking down on the school dormitories. You'll see it's quite a slope down, and the school is built up inside of a hill. Now that's the room where I think Russell taught, either Russell or Patrick. Okay, remember that tree I was telling you about? Well, here it is again. We were over here, and that's the people that live in the house. We're waiting for them to drive away. Okay, here's that tree again. To me, it looks like a bougainvillea. I'm sure it is. Russell would know anyway, but that's what it looks like. This is a typical countryside with the paths wandering all over the country. Bush country. Some of the local native homes. We took this as we were walking along, going to the store. There's more homes, like a little village there. And you'll see the mountains in the background. I guess they call them mountains. And here's the store out in the country. Outside the store we met these three little guys. I guess they're kids of the owners, I guess. Okay, this is that's me. And Patrick Joan was able to get a loan of a car. It says Lloyd Engineering Limited, Kasama. And we used that while we were there. Okay, here we are at the entrance with the car, and that's the entrance to the school. And of course that's me with the car. And there's Mildred with the car. And I'll back off and you'll see there's the sign for the school. Okay, this is Mildred at the post office right downtown Kasama. And there we are. Now looking right across the street, or the corner square, Patel Syndicate Inc. Those guys on that gallery there are got sewing machines. They do sew things for you and charge you. And that's the big square in downtown Kasama, or one of the squares. The Zamingo Bar, one of the hot spots in town. You notice that there's nobody there today, or this time of day anyway. Okay, this is the main square in downtown Kasama, and they have towns and cities all over the world with the mileage, showing you where. And there's to go to the BP. That's gasoline. Kabinga Bar and Cocktail Bar in downtown Kasama. There's a phone number in case you want to phone, find out if anybody's there. And here's one of the local patrons. I don't know if she's going in or just coming out. But that's not our car, incidentally. This is typical bus service in the country of Zambia, and they are all over the place. Okay, this is again downtown Kasama. That's Patrick Joan and Mildred, and there's a store there, another store there. Here's the old Kabinga Bar and Cocktails. You'll notice that that guy's car is still there. Nobody on the streets. Everybody must be inside except me. Vata Shoe Company in downtown Kasama. As you know, they're almost all around the world. This is a Chinese red truck. The Chinese were helping the Zambians build their railway. It was taken from inside the car we had. Okay, this is Russell, and that's one of these buses. And over there on the side, that's a schoolgirl dressed in uniform. She's waiting for her bus to pick her up and take her to school. Okay, now this, I think, is Chishimba Falls. Not too far from Kasama. I think that's the name of it. And there they are again. There's Russell and Mildred. And that's the falls in the background. Now, I don't know the name of these falls. We went there one day. And it's the dry season, as you can see, so normally water's pouring all over here. Now there's Russell out there, looking to see how deep the water is down below, I guess. It's kind of slippery there. And I'll show you down the falls. There's where they drop down. Okay, this is another look at the falls. Russell was up there at the top. And they go down quite a ways. And of course all the vegetation down there is green, green, green. Okay, here we are at the falls again. Now you'll see just a little way, about a third of the way down that little niche in the rock. No, we're going to go down that way, and you'll see how far that is down actually. Here we are, we're at that niche. See right there? And there's the water up there. And then of course it goes down there. And the spray keeps all the vegetation green. Here's another look at the falls again. Even in the dry season there's a fair amount of water. Okay, now we're looking at the spray at the bottom of the falls. You can hardly see the bottom because of the mist. Another picture of the falls a little bit further back. Quite impressive. This is Mildred at one of the Boy Scout huts, which is near Kasama. And I think they made these themselves. Okay, there's Russell and Mildred, and they're out exploring the rest of the Boy Scout huts. This is a picture of a beautiful flower. Lots of pretty flowers there. Okay, this is a road sign. I don't know if you can make it out. And there's telephone poles. They're not made of wood because of the termites, so they're just made of steel or metal. There's a fellow with his bicycle. The sand or the dirt is so loose that it's almost impossible to pedal. And that's the water tower, which didn't have much water in it when we were there. And you see the guy is pushing his bike. And these are more beautiful flowers in the area. This is another one of the student or teachers' homes that we went to visit. No wood anywhere. Okay, now these are the girls' dormitories. This is next door to the institute. They're separated by a big fence and all that stuff. So that's where the girls live. Okay, this is at that school, that teacher's house. This is a French couple that live here, and I think that's Patrick on the right-hand side, and that's Mildred just barely on the left. Very, very dark picture. And here's that French teacher again, and these are 3 or 4 of these girl students coming to visit them about school work. That's David Musessa, and that looks like Russell going inside the house. That's for the French couple. They're teachers, they live there. This is Monique Gobet. Her parents live in Outremont in Quebec, and they have their parents have a cottage up in Lake McDonald, up where Marlene and Nelson have their country home. She's now married to a Norwegian, lives in Norway. That's Monique again. There's Russell and Mildred and Monique. We were visiting these people. You can see there's the house. This picture's kind of dark. That's David there. There's Mildred, Monique, and I can't remember their names. Russell will know. Okay, we went for a drive out in the country. There's Russell with a beard, David, and Mildred. And there's the car we borrowed. Again, part of the country. It's a local boy. And you see the ditch here that they carved into the ground. That's for water to run off in the rainy season. Okay, this is a local bar, saloon. And a couple of guys with their bikes. This is the man and boys toilets that are for the bar. Okay, this is a Chibuku Uku type of beer. A couple of customers there. There's the owner. And there's the name of the bar. This picture is blurred, but this is in one of the hotels, and there's Russell and Patrick playing footy. That's a form of football. Footy, I think they call it, yeah. Okay, this is that's Mildred. Lion Lager Quacha Relax Hotel. Okay, that's Patrick. And that's Monique. Yeah, and that's Steve Reed. And that's Monique. We're having supper there. Okay, here we are. This is the French. There's Mildred. Monique. That's Steve Reed. That's Russell. And I don't know who these people are. That's the French teacher, I think. Okay, that's me right there. Clean shirt on, notice. There's Patrick smoking. And there's David guarding me. Okay, that's the French teacher. There's Monique. There's Mildred. This is a bit blurred, this picture. And that's his wife, the teacher's wife. There's Mildred, teacher's wife, the teacher. And that's Russell's back of his head. Notice all the hair there. Okay, here they are. There's the teachers again. There's Patrick. That's Booze. There's Monique. And that guy's Russell with a beard. Okay, this picture is blurred. Somebody's up there doing the dishes, I think, after the meal. Okay, we're sitting down here. There's Mildred. That's David Musessa. That's the French teacher's wife. And the other people I can't quite make out. That's Patrick Jaune. Coming back here. There's Monique. Staring into the camera. There's Patrick again. All by himself. Here's Monique. Still eating. Fourth time, I think. Fourth meal. Okay, there's Monique again. There's Mildred and Russell. That's Patrick, I think, with his back to us. And that's the French teacher over there. That's Monique again, I think, isn't it? I think so. There's Russell. And that's the beer. There's the French teacher. And that's Monique. And that's it. Okay, there's Patrick, and there's the French teachers. And is that Monique? And that's Mildred right there. Going back for seconds. Okay, there's Patrick, and Russell, and the French teacher, and Monique. Okay, now this is a sign at Kasama Airport. And that's when we came in, we saw that. Okay, we are going up to Mbala, which is up near Lake Tanganyika. And this is the car we had, and there's a flat tire, as you can see. And there's two guys looking around waiting for somebody to do something. And that's the road we're looking at, hunting for people to come and rescue us. Well, we had to change the tire ourselves, so we got in the car and we headed north, and that sign says, "Welcome to Umbala." And this is a paved road, believe it or not. And Russell says they did that because the Queen was visiting the place about 5 years prior. Other than, if she hadn't come, it would still be dirt. There's the sign again. I don't know if you can make it out or not, but it says, "Welcome to Umbala." There's a sign, you know, I don't know if you can make that out, but it says, "Welcome to Umbala." You know, the president is Kenneth Kawanda. One nation, one Zambia, something like that. Okay, there's Mildred. Just come back from the bread store. Very good bread there. That's in front of that monument we saw, remember? Just before. And up in Umbala, this is the Zambian Information Services government building. There's the building again. Quite modern. Okay, this is the Grasshopper Inn. Mildred and I stayed here. That's the dining room and the bar part. And over there is our room right there in the middle. This is the dormitories where the people, you know, the tourists slept. And that was our room right here. This is the dining room and the bar part. And just there, a red shirt, that's Mildred waiting for the bar to open or close, I'm not sure which. There's the Grasshopper Inn again, and you can see one of the teachers and Mildred walking over towards our room, that's it over there. This looks like another bougainvillea, I'm sure it is. Just beautiful, just beautiful. Again, that's our room. Very comfortable in there. We brought you tea in the morning, you know. When Mildred coming out in the morning, that's our room right here, as you can see. Okay, this is a young girl bringing water from somewhere, walking past the car. You can see. Okay, this is a picture of Mildred and 4 of her children that she doesn't talk about. There they are. And there's Mildred smiling. Okay, this is me with my 4 kids. You notice they seem to be brighter than Mildred's. They all got clothes on, these guys. And those are crackers we're feeding them. They love the crackers. Of course, they'd eat anything, I think. Okay, that's me in front of the hotel. And these are some of the flowers the gardener puts in. Alright, so these are some of the flowers. Really pretty. That's a lizard. Now we'll switch the next picture and you'll see. Now there he is. All over. These lizards are everywhere. This is Mildred. We just came back from bread again. And look at this crazy looking tree. Weird looking thing. So we stopped by there and took the picture. Very awful odd. Okay, this is a sign near a lake. And it says here, all visitors are requested to report to the headmaster. And there's the houses in the background. It's a school there. And these are some of the, I think the teachers live in these schools, I think. This is up in Umbala. And most of the teachers, as you can appreciate, are black. Okay, this is another teacher's home up in Umbala. Okay, here we are. This is Mildred there. There's Russell. And that's one of the teachers, Pam, her name is. Okay, this is the lake where the guys bring their trucks down to wash their cars and trucks. There's alligators in there, crocodiles. And here's a sign by the lake, and then over here I'll tell you what it says. Notice it is forbidden to swim naked in Lake Chila. And that's the lake. Okay, this is I think the beginning of the Great Rift from Zambia and Tanzania, and flows up into the Red Sea. Okay, this is Colombo Falls, separates Zambia from Tanzania. There's the falls again, going down, quite a drop. You wouldn't want to fall that way. There's a better picture of the falls. It goes through the crack there and then down. And it's a long way down. That's another look at it. Going down, going down, going down. Okay, this is the side of the cliff. This is the Zambia side. And right there, in the mid, almost to the left part, you'll see a little lean-to. We walked along the ledge there to get to that lean-to, and that's looking down the cliff. And it goes quite a ways down. And that's looking down. That boulder down there in the water is bigger than a house. That one right there. And then, of course, that's much bigger. There, as you can see, the water rushing. You wouldn't want to fall in there. There'd be curtains. And looking over, you can see the cliff on the other side. Okay, now this slide is out of context. This slide is in Livingston, down by the Victoria Falls. That's Mildred and our guide. And this slide should be in the Livingston section. But anyway, you'll see it here first. And that's the Zambezi River down there. Okay, I don't think I showed you this picture. I think I missed pushing it out, but you can see. And this is in the Livingston area, where Victoria Falls is. Okay, this is, again, down in Livingston area. That's a baboon right there with his, you can just see his knees there. He's leaning against the tree. And there's a baboon. He's decided to walk away. Okay, now this is, again, we're down in Victoria Falls. And it's the dry season. And that's the Zambezi River there. Bridge separates Zambia to South Africa. And that was our guide over here, and there's Mildred. And you could walk this far on the bridge, but you weren't allowed to walk any further because you'd be going into South Africa. Yeah, these are native huts, homes, looking out the window of the car. The truck, I mean, yeah, truck. Jeep or whatever you call it. Okay, now we're back to Lake Tanganyika. And these, that's the lake. And those hills have the bottom part of the shrubbery cut off to curtail the growth of the tsetse fly. You can see that one over there too. Got a picture, you can see the shrubbery all chopped off. And there's Mildred. That's the lake down there, and you'll see there's a couple of guys down there fishing for food. That's an eagle above the lake, and there he is again. Now, this is an old church. There's no roof in it. It's abandoned. I don't know how long. There's a plaque there, but I can't remember what it said. Okay, this is inside the church. You can see how old it's been abandoned. Here's a big tree growing right up where the floor used to be. Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's the village over there. This town is called Umpalongo. And of course it's in the middle of the noon, so everybody's asleep. It's too hot. And there's the local store, people with their bicycles. There's a customer going in. That's in Umpalongo. Okay, on the way back, these are local people's homes. They're made of stone rather than straw and cement, or straw and grass. Yeah, that's an anthill out there in the middle. You can see it. There's thousands of them around. You can walk right up on them. Okay, this is us leaving Zambia. Patrick and Russell came down to the airport to see us off. There's Patrick. And you remember, this is the airport. And there's Russell with his beard. He came to wish us bon voyage. This is at the Kasama airport. From here we flew to Ndola, and then from there to Lusaka. Here we are. This is Ndola. It's up in the copper country. This is the hotel we stayed at. That's Mildred. It's in the evening, as you can tell by the sun. That's me at the same hotel in Ndola. Okay, this picture also is out of sequence. This is on board the train which we took from Lusaka going to Livingston to see Victoria Falls. That's the moon up there, I think it is. Okay, this is in Livingston. That's the park. Beautiful park. It commemorates Livingston. And there's me in the park. Sign up there. Putting your dog on a leash. This is the monument in the park for Livingston. And as far as I know, that's the only city in Zambia that didn't revert back to a native name. This is in the museum, not too far from the park, and it commemorates the ancient tribes and their customs. Okay, this is this sign says you're now entering Zambia. This is near the bridge. Okay, this is Mildred. We're at the hotel in Livingston. We arrived there late at night, and then in the morning we signed in and all that's good stuff. But this is the hotel. Quite a nice hotel. Okay, this is the Zambezi River, and it's quite a powerful river, particularly in the wet season. But you can see that even in the dry season there's a lot of water. There's quite a cliff on either side. Okay, this is looking towards the Victoria Falls. This is up on the side. We're going to walk around to the front of it. Okay, here we are. This is on the front of it. You can see it starts over there, and it starts to get bigger and bigger over that way. And there's looking down. Have a look at it. Almost the same type of picture. A little bit more water. And there's the river down there where the water's going into. This is a looking, there you can see the mist in the air from the falls itself. And that's the Zambezi River. And very similar, just a little bit closer. You can see down there. Okay, now we're coming to where the real falls are. You can see the mist back in there. Okay, there's the falls. Even in the dry season, there's still a lot of water there. There's another picture I took of the falls. You can see in the wet season, of course, there's water all over. You can't even see the cliff there. It's just all water. And that's, of course, is the Zambezi. There's another shot at the top of the waterfall slowing down and crashing down. Okay, this is another look at the falls coming down the side and going down into the river. Okay, this is another picture of the falls, and you'll see at the very top here, there's a guy fishing. See him right there? Right, dead center now in the picture. And if this guy ever slipped, that'd be the curtains. There's no way in the world he'd ever survive. And that goes all the way down. It's a good drop. Okay, there's our guide at Livingston, and we had to walk along there to get to what they call the Knife Edge Bridge. And that's it. And you go over that bridge to get a better look at the falls, but then you got to come back. Mildred loved it. She danced all the way across. Here's another picture of the falls, and that's our guide. That day we had the bus all to ourselves, just Mildred and I and him. So it was really a pleasant day. Yeah, you can see this thing, there's lots of pictures to take at these falls. It stretches for quite a ways. And over there, you know, you can still see it there. There's the mist from the coming up. And there's water pouring over. And then down. Another view. And another picture of roughly the same thing, except that there's our driver's elbow in the way. Okay, this is a picture from the distance. That's the Zambezi River. And that's the bridge that goes across from Zambia into South Africa. And of course, just after we left, or just before we got there, some people were killed. They were kind of upset, you know, going across without passport.